Hi, I am Anupam. Let's understand business. In this current session, I shall be throwing light on the economic model of consumer behavior. The economic model, it was synthesized by Alfred Marshall and is based on the theory of marginal utility and microeconomic theory. It is one of the oldest models of consumer behavior. The focus of this model is on the act of purchase of an average consumer. That is, it tries to explain what a consumer would purchase and in what quantity. The economic model states that individuals allocate their resources to maximize satisfaction of their needs and wants. Yes, it's a simple statement, and this is the complete economic model. Let us have a look at the model once again. So it states that individuals allocate their resources to maximize satisfaction of their needs and wants. The key words in the economic model are the individuals, resources, maximize satisfaction, and the needs and wants of those individuals. We shall discuss these keywords again later on in this model. Before moving on, let us have a look at the basic assumptions of the model. As per the economic model, the individual needs are unlimited. Individual needs cannot be fully satisfied. The individual is completely aware of his needs. The individual is a rational buyer. The individual has the perfect information about the utility of products available in the market. The utility of a product or service gets reduced for the individual with each subsequent purchase. The price of goods are the sole sacrifice involved in obtaining a product or service by the individual. And finally, the market is a collection of homogeneous individuals. Now, based on these assumptions, let us have a look at the economic model. The economic model states that individuals allocate their resources to maximize satisfaction of their needs and wants. As already pointed out, the key words in this model are the individuals, resources, maximize satisfaction, and the needs and wants of those individuals. As regarding the individual, the model considers the individual as an average consumer. Remember, we had assumed that the market is a collection of homogeneous individuals, and thus the individual is the true representative of the complete market. Secondly, we have resources. The model assumes that money or monetary consideration is the sole resource that an individual spends in the satisfaction of his needs or wants. Though practically, we understand that an individual may be spending many other resources, such as the time he spends or the efforts that he puts in for the satisfaction of his needs and wants. Moving on, we have the phrase maximize satisfaction. We know that the individual's need cannot be fully satisfied. So, the individual tries to maximize the satisfaction. And furthermore, the model is based on the theory of marginal utility, which states that the moment a person acquires or buys a product, the utility of that product in the next subsequent purchase goes down. And finally, we have the phrase needs and wants. Remember, we had assumed that the needs and wants of the individual are unlimited, though the individual is completely aware of his needs and wants. Now, let us have a look at the economic model from a more practical point of view. So, the economic model states that individuals allocate their resources to maximize satisfaction of their needs and wants. A very simple example of the economic model could be a 30% off scheme. By offering a 30% off on their products, what actually the organizations are doing is that they are reducing the amount of money resource required by their customers to satisfy their needs. As a result, they may be able to allure more customers to buy out their products. Another example of the economic model could be a scheme such as buy one for 60 and buy two for 100. In this scheme, what the organizations are offering is that a person can buy the first product at the full price of 60, while if he buys the second product as well in the same purchase, he gets a special discount of 50%. Here we should remember that the economic model is based on the theory of marginal utility, which states that as soon as the customer makes the first purchase, the utility of the product for the customer goes down. To match up to the utility, what the organizations are doing in this case is that for the second product, they are offering a 50% discount. So the first you buy at 60, and in the same purchase, if you buy another one, you get that one at 40. Another example of the economic model at work could be a buy one get one free offer. On the face of it, you might argue that it is simply a 50% off scheme, but actually it is not. Here, what the organizations are doing, yes, for them the discount liability is 50%, but they are able to push two products at the same time. Now, let us try and understand the economic model at work from yet another point of view. Let us say, for example, that you go to a shirt sale and you are given two different offers. What would you choose? The first offer may be a 33.33% off. Another offer could be a 37.5% off. If the two offers are there, most of the persons would like to go in for the second offer. Why? A 37.5% is any time higher than a 33.33% off. But there's a catch. Let me rephrase the same discount in a different way. Supposedly, I say that you buy two and get one free, and the other offer is you buy 5 and get 3 free. Now, which one of the two would you choose and why? In such a scenario, you might be tempted to go in for a buy 2 get 1 free offer as against a buy 5 get 3 offer, where you can very well see that a buy 2 get 1 free offer yields a lesser amount of discount. So why this anomaly? Herein lies the concept of theory of marginal utility. So the theory of marginal utility states that as soon as you buy a few products, the utility of that product goes down. So in the first case, while you are getting the products or 3 products at 33.33% off, you get a 37.5% off only when you intend to buy 8 products. Just as in the last case, we saw that there was an anomaly which could be explained only through the theory of marginal utility. Let us have a relook at the economic model from another angle. So the model states that individuals allocate their resources to maximize satisfaction of their needs and wants. Supposedly, you are hungry. So in this case, your immediate need would be food. To satisfy hunger, you would be required to spend certain amount of resource. Now you have 3 options. Firstly, you can go to a baker and get yourself some stale bread, which may not cost highly. Another could be you go to a fast food restaurant and have a burger or a pizza. Thirdly, you can go to a restaurant and have a proper meal. What would you choose and why? Definitely, the amount of resource required would be minimum in the case of the stale bread, if we are to consider that money is the sole resource that you spend. But practically, you may not like to buy yourself any stale bread. You might go to a fast food restaurant or even to a proper restaurant for a meal. Why? Because you would also be spending many other things in terms of the resources, namely the reputation which gets involved in your eating the kind of food you prefer. So let us have a relook at the model assumptions. The model assumptions are that individual needs are unlimited, individual needs cannot be fully satisfied, individual is completely aware of his needs, the individual is a rational buyer, individual has the perfect information about the utility of the products available in the market, the price of goods are the sole sacrifice involved in obtaining a product or service by the individual, and finally, the market is a collection of homogeneous individuals. Also, the model states that individuals allocate their resources to maximize satisfaction of their needs and wants. If we look at these assumptions, there are certain specific objections against a certain which can be put forth. For example, is the individual always completely aware of his needs? In the last example, we saw that though we defined food as the need, but maintenance of the reputation was also a need. Similarly, we say that individual is a rational buyer. Is it actually the case? Think about it. When we go out in the market with a small kid and the child wants a particular chocolate, we yield to him, even though rationally we may not be supportive of such a move. Again, individual has the perfect information about utility of products available in the market. Is it actually so? Had it been so, there would have been not much use of all the informative advertisements which happen across. The price of the goods are the sole sacrifice. Again, in the last example, we saw that a loss of reputation was also a resource. The effort put in to buy or to choose 8 shirts instead of 3 is also a resource which the individual might be putting in. And the market being a collection of homogeneous individuals. Well, in the current scenario, we know we cannot consider each and every person as homogeneous or same. And finally, coming to the model itself, that individuals allocate their resource to maximize satisfaction of their needs and wants. At certain places, even this model could be questioned. Apart from questioning the model itself, the major criticism to economic model comes from the premise that it completely ignores the effect of perception. How one individual perceives the satisfaction of his need to that of another could be quite different. The attitude of the individuals towards various products could also vary. The level of motivation for the satisfaction of need tends to be different for different people. People show different personality types. The process through which they learn about the products could also be different, which may lead to different kind of attitude and perception about the products. People or individuals might be coming from different social class, which can have an effect on their decision making, or they may be from different cultural background. This is about the economic model of consumer behavior. To come up with this presentation, I had used the reference of these following books. For further details, you may contact me at my email anupamkr@gmail.com or anupamkr@gmail.com. I have tried to explain this concept considering a few examples. I would request you to kindly send in your comments with your own set of examples for the benefit of all. Thank you.